Okay, and we're going to be beginning the fire signs with Sagittarius. We're looking at one of the first messages that's coming across for you with the combination of cards, and of course, I will break them down individually. Is some of you may be trying to break into a new career field. Now, this may be something that you've already been working on for quite some time that will start to get a little bit more movement. So maybe if you've been doing something 70% of the time that you don't really love but you have to do, and doing your passion about 30% of the time, you're going to be either during this summer or towards the end of this summer, you're going to be given an open door, an opportunity to reduce the amount of time spent at one place and into the other. So that goes more into a 60-40, 50-50 split. Okay. This could also be in a relationship as well. If you are maybe in a long distance relationship and you're having trouble coordinating schedules, something may also open up that would be helpful for that. Okay. So that's first. One of the things that's coming through energetically is the card of service, and this is in the sacral chakra. But when this card comes through for me, it's a couple different things. So one of the first things, if we're talking about the career reading as well, you may be in the field of helping people, mainly seniors, or you may be in the healing field, nursing. There's body work here, so also massage and Reiki as well. But this would be comforting and healing energy coming in. So that may be the field you're either working in currently or heading towards in that way. Otherwise, when this comes through for me, this comes through as an older person that has crossed over. Could have been a grandmother, could have been a neighbor, could have been an aunt, parent, that sort of thing. That's just kind of stepping forward to acknowledge the help that you gave them and the sacrifices that you made, and letting you know how important your company was to them and how meaningful that time spent with them was. Okay. And because we're pointing to the sacral chakra with this as well, I will nod to the fact that there may be some attention needed in where you feel creative, fertile, sexual, all of those things, all of those energies that create for you, okay, might be a little stagnant at this time, but that's going to start moving out for you. So, abundance card, you're getting moonlighting, which we're kind of just talking about, but you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So what a beautiful abundance card for those of you trying to live the dream and still having to be in this world of capitalism. We also have from the Healing Waters deck, is that, you can tell I'm from Philadelphia, right? The Healing Waters deck. Atlantis. Keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. Okay, so no matter how slow things are going, as long as they're going in the direction and heading in that right direction, that is still growth, that is still movement. And when it doesn't, it's usually a signal for us that it's time to take a rest, take a break, or spend some time out in nature or with family and friends, just relaxing, laughing, getting back to the you that you are at the core and your soul, and that will bring the inspiration or the thaw if you're having like writer's block, regardless of what field you're in. Life purpose, you're getting body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. Okay, so this may be something that you're pursuing, you're interested in, and it also could be somebody that you're seeking. Okay, you may be seeking a personal trainer, you may be seeking a physical therapist. I have a great one. Her name is Galena. She's over at Levinwell Fitness and Rehab, where we do our meditation classes. So if you're in need of those, please get in touch with us. We have combined, we offer all of those services. Plug over. Back to your purpose. One spirit guide, one way. Okay, there's definitely either, and this could be connected. This could be connected because from time to time, yes, our loved ones can be our spirit guides or our angels. Not all the time, but they do pop in from time to time, especially say, like my grandfather was a doctor. And if I wanted to be a doctor, I may be calling on the spirit of him to help that along. I'm kind of getting that for you, okay, if that makes sense. Or you might know who your spirit guide is at this time. You might say, I'm in the middle of writing a book. I don't know why I keep talking about writing. There may be somebody who's actually trying to either blog, write a book, maybe do like an ebook or something like that. But this talks about really being protected, really being guided, and being in step with spirit at this time. That's the ice cream man. Actually, it's an ice cream woman. She's an Amazon truck. She rides past the house constantly, so I do apologize. Okay. Romantically, we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, holiday doesn't always mean um, the holidays like we see them here in the States. It could be talking about a vacation, okay? So if you can get away with someone that you love, if you're in a current relationship, that would breathe such fresh new life into the relationship, even if it's just a night, a weekend, something like that. And if you are single and looking, you may meet someone when you are on vacation. Okay, even maybe go on a trip with some of your girlfriends, some of your guy friends, and you end up meeting somebody who's from your same town, you know, 3 states away. So beautiful energy there in the summer. I mean, it is summer, right? Lots of people go on vacation in the summer. So that makes sense. So let's look at your tarot cards. And the underlying energy you have here is the Three of Materials, which is the Three of Pentacles. And this is talking about people coming together for a common goal. So if we're considering you have a team that you work with, or this could be in your household, however you're getting that help and support, you're all working together for a common goal in the community. And it's a really beautiful energy, and it's going to help raise that vibration, and you bring the manifestations in a little quicker, which I'm sure will be welcome to you, because you're not seeing it yet. You're not seeing this yet, Sagittarius, but I promise you the energy is here for it. It is only the summer solstice, so we still have a couple more months to go. But you have the Ace of Materials, but you have that in reverse, okay? When it's upright, it's a beautiful new golden opportunity. When it is reverse, it's either an opportunity that was lost or missed, but keep in mind that was meant for you will never, ever really not come back, okay? Or it could be an opportunity that you were really excited about that turned out to not be what you imagined it to be. Like you could have been sold a bill of goods, and now you're like, well, I've invested in this company, or I came to work with this company, and it's nothing like they said it was like, and now I'm really frustrated. But oftentimes the universe will put you in a situation where you feel the most uncomfortable and unhappy. So you take that leap, right? So maybe if you are doing it 30-70, if we're talking about this in a career hop scenario, you might say, you know what, this day job is giving me such a horrible headache every day. I hate it. The energy is horrible. I need to shift. I need to make something occur. And the universe rewards you when you take action. So you have the Muse of Voices, which talks about having mental clarity and also being inspired at the same time. So that's a present energy for you. So if it isn't for you right at this exact moment, it's coming in like this month. We're almost done this month. So that's how soon. Okay, that's how soon the fog's going to clear for you, and you're going to get some clarity and inspiration on the situation. And in the immediate future, you have the Nine of Emotions, which is the Nine of Cups, and you have that in reverse. And again, because we're talking about the future, the fact that it is in reverse, which really just means it's on a delay. But what the beautiful thing is it's wish fulfillment. Okay, it's feeling emotionally fulfilled, excited, following your dreams, making a wish. Okay, so is everything going to happen for you overnight during the summer months? No. But by the end of the summer, you are going to have a lot more inspiration and clarity, and almost like a reset that when you start with the fall months will be a beautiful year to begin in 2024. Good luck. Okay, Aries, if you did not catch your extended reading in the spring equinox readings, you can head over. They are on this channel. You can go over to Fire Signs, Spring Equinox, where you can find your extended for the year. Anytime we do this, everyone gets a little bit of a small reading quarterly, but whoever has a birthday in that time gets an extended. And if you haven't seen yours, again, it is back at the spring equinox. But here we are now. And the strongest energy coming through, first off, is extreme anxiety and stress, okay? And you might be in that state right now, or you might be hopefully exiting that state. And I do see reasons why, which we'll get into in just a minute. But before I even get into any of that for you, I want you to know that this energy is happening for you, not to you, okay? And it's moving you along and away from something not meant for you. so that you can receive the things that are. You have some really beautiful energies in here. So please take this how it resonates, and please don't make it fit if it's not yours, and stress yourself out if that is not the case. So I like to start with the bad stuff because I like to end with the good stuff. So let's begin. If you're looking for romance at this time, I don't see a lot of extreme love coming through in the summer for you. You may already be in a healthy relationship. I'm not saying that, I mean, if you are, that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying to exit that. I'm just saying now's not a great time to be looking for you, because right now our singles are in a place where you're going to have a lot of career movement and a lot of deep spiritual growth on many, many levels in healing. So this is almost what you would do prior to big things happening for you in the romance department, in the love department, and that's down the line. So you might find when we do the fall equinox readings that it's a whole other story, and it's romance and bliss everywhere. But I'm being honest with you at this point in time, this reading specifically is about healing from something romantically for some of you, and for all the rest of you, it's heavy on career, okay? Career, happiness, meaning of life, life purpose, and abundance, okay? So there's that. So, but let's get rid of the elephant in the room. The 9 of Voices being extreme stress, okay? Insomnia, nightmare, like you're like living in a nightmare, like this has been so upsetting to you. The energy is right in the heart space too, okay? So this could be something that happened recently, or something that is still a wound that is from the past that needs to come up for healing so that you can receive the blessings that are actually meant for you, okay? So the victim in the heart space, this doesn't feel like to me like playing the victim. That's not what this is. This talks about you being the victim of a person that was not forthright with you and had their own motives, and to be honest with you, it feels quite ugly that happened, and I'm sorry that did happen to you. There was also a lot of deception. It was like, and because this is in romance, like I said, take that how it resonates. It feels like we're dealing with romance, but this could be a family situation. It could be a work situation. It feels more romantic though. Okay, but again, take it how it resonates for you and don't force the fit. This talks about, you believing in somebody, you going out of your way for someone, only to find out that they were wearing a mask. A lot of narcissistic qualities here as well. And, as an empath, which most of the people that come across these readings are, you're naturally drawn to want to help people. So you always want to give people the benefit of the doubt. So when that is taken advantage of and you have an eye-opening experience that's extremely painful in your life, especially in the heart space and the heart chakra, that can take a lot of time to heal from, okay? So make sure that you're giving yourself the time and attention and nurturing that you deserve to work through that. If you need to seek additional counseling from a therapist or, something like that, absolutely, there's no shame in that. If you want to, work on some energy healing, those types of things, that'll help that along for you, okay? So that's the worst of it, Aries. And literally, that is the worst of it for you. Like, you've been through the worst of it. Stepping forward from the Healing Spirits Oracle is courage arrives when you step over fear. Okay? So if this is something that happened to you in the past and you're being triggered from this now, a lot of times it is because they want you to heal up that last piece before they bring in the relationship, before they bring in the job, before they bring in the wish and manifestation. Because if you are in an unhealed place, you're going to love like an unhealed person. And even if the person that was absolutely meant for you came forward to you today, truth be told, somehow you'd sabotage it. Not on purpose, right? Just because we're coming from a place of being unhealed. And you're not going to be 100% healed when you step into relationships, don't get me wrong. Most of the healing occurs when we open up to love again, okay? But a lot of those pieces, a lot of the forgiveness that has to happen, specifically in a situation like this, forgiveness has so much more to do with forgiving yourself for the blame that you throw on yourself for not seeing those red flags when they pop up, okay? More than it has to do with ever forgiving the other person who may or may not be deserving of that, and you don't need to give that to them. You need to give it to yourself. Okay. We also have life purpose energy coming in for you, because I did say we have a lot of that happening here. You have teaching. You inspire. This card says young people, but it could be people of all ages to learn, okay? So you are a beautiful example. You have a way with people. This may be something you're doing now or something you're looking into. If I asked you tomorrow to teach a class, what would it be about? What could you teach a class about with no preparation? What do you love so much that you could talk about it for hours for the people who would listen to it? Think about that, okay? You're also getting from the Healing Waters deck the water carrier. What really matters, reflect and reprioritize. If you can spend some time around water, this would be really helpful for your healing as well as your inspiration, okay? It could be a lake, it could be a creek, it could be anything, okay? A beach. Just to kind of sit down and journal and spend some time in that healing energy, just really thinking and reflecting about what matters most to you. You also have Windfall of Abundance. I told you it really couldn't get better than that. That was the worst of it. And most of the time, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. So, Windfall of Abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Okay, some of you may also be seeing deer, so be very careful when you're driving. Okay, so we talked about the extreme stress here in the past, but that energy is going to be moving out as you continue to heal. That's kind of going into the summer. Midway through, Six of Inspiration, which is Swords, which is moving out of troubled waters, okay? Which is what we like to see, okay? You're moving away from the situation that did not serve you. We're moving away from the situation that caused the hurt, okay? But with it, you are armed with all of the knowledge, all of the understanding, and the soul evolution that happens when we're put in those situations, okay? The underlying energy is the Empress, beautiful card, okay? The Empress is all of the queens combined, or kings, take it how it resonates for you. And this is someone who has been through so many lessons that they have risen above it, okay? They're also a creator, a nurturer, okay? You could be a parent to a child, to a pet. You could also be creating something specifically. Art, writing, many things. Coursework for teaching, many things. Okay, but you're definitely going to have a lot of inspiration over this summer. So utilize that time and space because, you know, we don't always feel that way, especially when we're in the winter months. So use the sunshine to your advantage, and in the future, which is always reversed because it is in a delay point, you're getting Awakening, okay, which is a Judgment card in other decks. And this is your karmic rewards, okay? And this would come in to, you know, just seeing this reading. For instance, when karma finds you, it does not discriminate in the sense that you reap what you sow. What did you put into it? What are you getting out of it? So for many of you many of you Aries, you're going to be seeing the rewards for all of the pain and suffering you went through. And your counterpart, you know, might be seeing, might be paying the piper a little bit. But just to keep in mind, karma and justice is not yours to dole out. That will only lower your vibration and keep your manifestations far away. So in the words of Taylor Swift, keep your side of the street clean. And you have some really beautiful things to look forward to this summer, Aries. Good luck. Okay, Leos, welcome to your extended for the summer solstice. And we're doing an extended Celtic spread for you in honor of your birthday. During this season. So, oracle cards. Let's take a look at the overall energy coming in before we pull those cards for you. One of the first things coming through for me is the Speaker. Okay, life purpose energy, saying your life purpose involves your skills of oration. Okay, and again, this is interesting because if you have any Sagittarius placements, an Aries placement, or any fire signs energy really coming through, which makes sense, right? There's a lot of this coming about. So you have information to share. You're the type of people that other people listen to and want to hear from. Okay, there's a big difference between telling people how they live their life or giving them advice they didn't ask for versus, you know, talking about a subject or sharing information with people that you feel will be helpful to them and that they are interested in and seeking, okay? So there's something to that tied to your career purpose. Over here we have two things that are a little bit related, talking about caring for yourself. So your abundance cards, you're getting clean energy food. When you fuel your body with healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration. which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. Much easier to look at than the thought of a diet, right? Clean energy foods, keeping your vibration high, doing your best to nurture yourself. And also from the Healing Waters deck, you have the Sacred Well. Replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. And in this photo too, she is holding her belly. Some of you may be actually nurturing a new life during this period of time. If that's not your intention, please plan accordingly. But really beautiful energy here of nurturing self, spending time around water, nurturing the body. It is your house while you're here. So focus on that. A lot of you are going to be getting a lot of self-discovery during this time period, okay? And many of you have natural healing powers. So from the Healing Spirit cards, we're getting natural healing power. Again, spend time in nature, spend time around trees and water and those sorts of things, because it's going to raise your vibration. You're going to get more intuitive messages at this time in those places. And yes, we are in the summer months, so it is a good time to do that. Definitely take advantage of the vitamin D from the sun. I would say peace and quiet, but I never get any peace and quiet in the summertime because I live in a Philadelphia row home, so I get all of the neighbors' noises. But you may find yourself in a place where you can do that on a daily basis, or find yourself in a place like myself where you need to remove yourself from that environment to have that peaceful energy and inspiration come in. And if that is the case, please make the time to do that for yourself. All right, soul discovery coming through for the chakra cards. And if you see the red there, we're talking about the root chakra. So let's stop a minute to talk about the root chakra. Oftentimes I will describe the root chakra, or well, the chakra system as a whole, as a tree, a matter of fact. Obviously your roots are your roots, that's pretty basic enough. And as you go up to the top and your branches come out into the crown, into the universe, into the connectivity of all things, all of it has to be healthful. From the branches to the roots, and where you are now is in a place of finding a way to feel secure and to feel protected and to feel safe. I have enough, I can afford enough, I feel protected, I feel safe, I feel okay in my body and in my space, okay? So maybe do some root chakra meditations to get yourself grounded as you're nurturing yourself in this way. Sometimes when we overgive, we accidentally become depleted, and we don't even realize it until we're almost too far gone. So just really spend this time nurturing yourself. Spend this time saying no when you have to specific plans and people, if that means giving up the only recharging time that you have. In the romance department, we have getting to know each other. So this could be in a new relationship, or it can be in a very seasoned relationship that's long-term. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, okay? It's funny how in relationships we tend to, and these are in all relationships too, friendships, those sorts of things, but this is particularly pertaining to love in this reading for you. As we get more comfortable and trusting in our partnerships, we do tend to reveal more and more pieces of ourselves. And along with that can come the fear of like, oh, do I sound crazy? Am I too much? Because we know that we're deserving of love, or I hope that we know that we're deserving of love at this point in time, and nurturing yourself. But having to hide yourself, walk on eggshells, or do any of that thing, it's downright exhausting, okay? And if you feel like you have to do that in a relationship, really examine if it's the dynamic of the relationship or if it's something that you're projecting onto your partner, okay? So feel free to share your innermost thoughts with your partner, obviously in a healthy relationship, and be ready to hear the other piece of it, because Leo's by nature, and not just because I'm a Leo, okay, tend to not really be judgmental. And the fact that people like to be around people who are 100% themselves, because then they feel like they can also be 100% themselves. And Leos love authenticity in people, and that's, all cards on the table. I mean, unless we're planning something. But this is a really beautiful energy, and don't be afraid to step into that, because you might as well know if your person can handle that or not, if they're your person or not, okay? And think, if you've been holding that off, is it more of your own personal shame, or it is because you know deep down that maybe the relationship's not for you, and you don't want to find out the answer, because that would then anticipate work and movement in one direction or the other, if that makes sense. All right, let's look at your cards. I find this deck really interesting because the wands, the fire energy in here, comes through. They don't say like 7 of wands. They say 7 of inspiration. They don't say pentacles. They say materials. Okay. So love that the underlying energy of this reading for you is the Star card, which is one of my favorite cards in the deck, number 17. Okay. And this is wish fulfillment and hope and renewal. So even as I talk about the other things that might come into play during any major transition in life and the things that we have to deal with, remember that this is your baseline, this is your underlying energy, and maybe this is what you're missing because it hasn't been manifested to the surface yet. So we can let fear creep in from time to time and think it's not going to happen. You know, the other day I didn't have enough sleep, which has been happening a lot, but I didn't have enough sleep, and I'm almost like a toddler that way, where I get more emotional, I get, a shorter fuse, and I was just really frustrated because I was feeling stuck. I was like, nothing is happening. It's just not going to go the way that I want it to go. And, many times we say, well, get out of that negative mindset. But, you can wallow in it for a moment or two and acknowledge your feelings. But then as the day went on and I was a little bit more rested and I put things into perspective, I felt a lot better. So sometimes our anxiety and our stress about a situation will lie to us and will demotivate us. So again, you can acknowledge that, but don't be there for a long time because it looks like you're having a lot of weakness. Some of you this may be in a specific relationship, okay? Because we have this upside down, these offers, okay? But this also kind of seems like whatever you're leaving behind this summer, whether it's a job, a career, a relationship, I don't really feel like it's a relationship for most of you because I definitely have swords and pentacles and wands, and I don't really have any cups here except for one. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that 2 of voices, 2 of swords, upright, would be wearing a blindfold, not wanting to admit to something, not understanding something, not making a decision. But you have that in reverse, okay? So you're seeing things very clearly. Something has been revealed to you. You now know what you need to do, and you're getting ready to act, okay? Now, the energy where you are now, you're kind of in 2 places. We have, and that could be of 2 mindsets, right? Like me with no sleep and me with sleep. Totally different people, right? So, Knight of Emotions, the Knight of Cups, which normally would be a beautiful offer coming in, it is in reverse, okay? So either you're not getting the offer that you wanted or the offers that are coming in aren't what they seem, all right? So just pay attention, read the fine print, especially if we're dealing with career matters, and just vet out the people in your life, whether it's friendships, whether it's relationships. You don't have to be suspicious and not open up at all, but you need to vet them out. Not only with what they're showing you and telling you, but also what your intuition is showing and telling you. Okay? Page of Inspiration. This is good news coming in. Okay, so it's if there's an offer that did not work out for you, again, in relationship or career, don't get too bummed out because the energy over you is good news. So you may not get something and find out when you get something else that you would have been training for this new job anyway. It wouldn't have worked out. This other job has better benefits and money, better coworkers, better flexibility. So it looks like whatever you don't get in the beginning of the summer, be happy about that because you'll have something more suited for you as it comes into the year. Okay, and it doesn't even seem like it's I know that you're playing the long game here on a lot of things, but it doesn't seem like you're gonna have to wait all that long. Okay, but the first thing that comes through for you, the first offer that comes through for you, just be a little suspicious. Okay. At the base of this is the 2 of Wands. Okay, you're at a crossroads. You have to make a choice. There's multiple 2s in this reading, and 2s talk about choices being made. This is your crossroads. It's like, what path should I take? This is at the root of your reading and the root of your year. You're going to be making some big changes to your life to get to that wish fulfillment and those dreams coming true and that happy ending for yourself. So again, don't rush the process. Be focused on you. I was saying the other day, which is extremely frustrating, and it's like I forget it all the time, like it's brand new. Okay, we need to change our vibration so that the things that we manifest will come towards us. I get in the habit of chasing it and being stressed about it. I do it all the time, and then I have to check myself multiple times. So I feel like that's happening for some of you as well. And the where you're manifesting, you have the 7 of Inspiration, which is the 7 of Swords. If you are in a job that you hate, you may be secretly applying to other jobs. If you are in a relationship that you don't feel is right for you, you might be thinking of a way out of that. Okay? But whatever the reason, what you're manifesting is the truth. You're manifesting truth so that you can move to the next level. Because if your cup is full, we can't fill it with anything else. So if your cup is full of things that are not meant for you, then how are we going to fit in anything that is meant for you, right? We have to dump some things out to make some room. That being said, I'm not drinking wine in the middle of the afternoon. This is actually water, but it is a wine glass. I'm feeling fancy today. Okay. So in the immediate future, here's what I love. This is extreme stress, but it is upside down, which means we're finding a way to manage the stress. So whatever chaos that comes in, again, in the very beginning, it doesn't seem like it's major. It seems like a lot of it's internal in your headspace, in like with your anxiety and things like that. But it seems like whatever is happening, you're finding a way to either cope with it better or it's moving out of here. And that's going to be a lot better for you because here's your card, Leo. Here is your strength card. And you have that in reverse. So it's like you're feeling like a weak kitten when you are a lion. And you know it. Okay? So you're going to be getting, as you kind of step aside to figure out what no longer serves you and kind of vet the people in your life to see who's coming with you on this next piece of your journey, remember who you are. From the outside in, from the environmental issues, you're getting the Five of Materials, which is like the Five of Pentacles. So this could be a financial hit coming in for you unexpectedly. This could also be feeling like left out in the cold. Okay, this could be in a job situation. This could be like maybe everyone's invited to this important meeting and you're left out of it. In a relationship, it could be dealing with abandonment issues, whether that's within the relationship or things popping up for you as triggers as you deepen the relationship and bond with your partner. And in your hopes and fears, that's going to be the Five of Voices. Everyone has gotten this card, by the way. It's crazy. Well, I guess not really. It's not that crazy because it's inner and outer conflict. So a lot of people are in their headspace right now. There is a lot of shifts happening in people's lives and they're trying to figure out where they want to go next and how to get there, especially in the society that we're living in at this time. So get creative with those solutions. These are just hopes and fears. These are not predictions for you. Your prediction is the Page of Swords in reverse, okay? And that's curiosity and learning. So it does look like, again, it's in reverse because it's all the way up at your outcome here in the 3 to 6 month mark. But you will be learning something new, okay? I don't see the course of study happening at this exact moment, although it could be. It might just not be an extremely long and hard task, so maybe that's not why it's coming across in that way. But it would be in the 3 to 6 month mark, you are moving towards something you're very curious about and learning more, okay? It looks like at that point in time, you will have chosen a path, okay? And you will be heading to your wish fulfillment if you do everything you can to nurture yourself so that you don't sabotage that along the way. Because so many times we forget about ourselves, and that's a most important piece. Like if you got everything you wanted tomorrow, how do you want to show up there, right? You don't want to show up there and be so depleted and tired that you spend your first 2 weeks out sick, right? No. At this time, you want to nurture yourself and get out there and just trust that the universe has your back. You have natural healing powers. You have things to share with people. If you're in a career that is underutilizing your natural and gifts, find a way out of it. Because being able to give back on a daily basis in a way that's not depleting and in a way that can bring you joy will raise your vibration and all your manifestations will come through a lot quicker. Good luck and happy birthday.